Yo, haha. They'll never say.
Hopefully this will be a nice weekend. I'm just saying. What is good, YouTube? Your boy Bill Niverson coming back with another quick video. And today we got the Air Jordan 13 playoffs in the building. And I do want to talk a little bit about the shoe because some people have, a little misconception about the shoe. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the most controversial Air Jordan retro series out of all, just because a lot of people feel like the Air Jordan 13 series is technically the last Air Jordan retro. I know a lot of people see the 14, but I guess it depends on who you talk to, because Michael Jordan actually wore the Air Jordan 13 series the entire Chicago Bulls regular season, and it was the last shoe that he wore for the entire Chicago Bulls regular season in terms of his career. The only thing is that the Air Jordan 14, he did wear it in the playoffs, the last shot, but it was kind of the playoffs when he wore that. He didn't wear that for his last regular season with the Chicago Bulls. So that's why people say that the retro series is technically 1 through 13, but a lot of people extend it out to the 14 due to the last shot, which is this shoe right here. Now, the playoffs, in my opinion, is my favorite shoe. This shoe basically came out when he was doing this whole All-Star in Madison Square Garden, the NBA All-Star game, I should say. And they also wore the game in the playoffs, but it was I think the first time I saw it was the Chicago Bulls versus the Indiana Pacers in that series. And what made that series interesting is that not only did he wear the Air Jordan 13 playoffs that I'm going to show you right now, there was also another secret about that series that I'm going to reveal on the Milton Niverson channel. Not necessarily a secret, but kind of a forgotten portion of the Jordan history. So let's get straight into it, man. I want to open this box up. This is pretty much the standard Air Jordan 13 box. And I get it, but you know what? We're not here for the box. We are here for the shoe. Let me open this bad boy up. Man. I actually hit on the Nike SNKRS Shock Drop, and I figured that the shoe itself wasn't going to get here until at least like a week before. This is the weekend kind of leading to the next week, so this shoe is supposed to come out next Saturday. And of course, this NBA All-Star break. Don't forget that. Now, let me bring this out. Boy, man, it's exciting. Here we have the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. Now, of course, I said in my previous video that it looks a lot like the Air Jordan 13 He Got Games, aka the Air Jordan 13 Black Toes, I think was the original name when it came out. But these bad boys debuted in 1997, and the materials, when Tinker Hatfield went to Jordan, himself, and wanted to construct a shoe that was very lightweight. I said it before in my previous videos. I felt that this was the most lightweight Air Jordan out of the entire, actually the most lightweight and most comfortable in the Air Jordan Retro series. I'm just saying. Of course, it does have that Nike Air Zoom unit. You'll see a picture right here. I'm not sure if they modeled it the same way, but if they kept it the original, that's kind of what Jordan Brand's been doing lately when they've been coming out with the Retro series. There was a Zoom Air unit in the forefoot, if I'm not mistaken, as well as the heel portion. And of course, for those that don't know, this shoe was modeled after a Black Panther. Yes, a Black Panther. Jordan was known to be swift on the court, but this, in my opinion, made him probably even faster if you consider the previous retros that he came out with. I'm talking about anywhere from the 1s to the 12s. This is definitely the most lightweight. Of course, you got that quilted leather at the top. All right, got that tumble leather around the toe box, and that suede material that they have all the way around. And of course, gotta have the suede on the tongue, as well as the Jordan logo with a gold ring on it. Got that Jordan series, and of course, if you flip it, now here's the thing about this. You got the Jordan logo right here. Normally when you flip this tag, you might see the Jordan logo here. Let me see if I see it right here. You might see 13 on here, but you don't see it on the playoffs, right? So I'll flip that around. You can see how it says 13 in normal Roman numerals, but you don't see that on the playoffs. Very, very, very interesting. for those that didn't know. But so here's the thing that I wanted to talk about with this shoe. Now, of course, when you're looking at design, you look at the dimples. Of course, this is supposed to represent the whiskers on, you know, like a Black Panther. So the whisker hairs that you see around here, that's where the dimple design comes in. Of course, you can't forget I'm going to take this thing off because it's going to be worn anyway. You got the cat eye right there. And of course, got that little bubble like Air Jordan logo that's at the bottom. Of course, the herringbone traction towards the bottom with the paw like the cat paw or the Black Panther paw design towards the bottom. There's a midfoot, if I'm not mistaken, carbon fiber shank plate towards the middle. In my opinion, like I said, I've played in these before, and this is definitely true to size, but it's definitely lightweight. Definitely lightweight, definitely comfortable. Now, the one thing that I will talk about this shoe, of course, Michael Jordan wore the Air Jordan 13 playoffs, but how many people remember that he actually wore an unreleased Air Jordan 13 playoff series? And I'm talking about this version minus the gold and a low. This version was never released, and Michael Jordan himself actually did wear an Air Jordan 13 playoff low. For some reason, and I can't figure out why, Nike has yet to release this version of the Air Jordan 13 low. So when I look at that and I look at this, beggars can't be choosers. Michael Jordan wore this, but he also wore that in the playoff series in terms of the Air Jordan 13 playoff low. So again, when I'm looking at the combination or kind of like a comparison, if I'm looking at the Air Jordan 13 Black Toe, aka He Got Games, and I look at the Air Jordan 13 playoffs, I see a lot of similarities in terms of the material build, quilted material in terms of the quilted leather at the top, suede, tumble. I mean, it's all the same. Even when you look at the outsole, it's pretty much the same. The only difference that I do like about the Air Jordan 13 playoffs more than I like with the He Got Games is that when you look at the sock liner is white. Okay, so over time, it's going to dirty. Here, it's not going to dirty as fast with the playoff series. So that's what, in my opinion, if you didn't get the Black Toes, aka He Got Games, and you were going for the playoff 13s, I think that you could not miss. The only ones, at least the only Jordan 13 that I wish I had, or at least I hope to get when they re-release it, is the Jordan 13 Bread, because he also wore this in the playoffs in terms of Michael Jordan. Wore this in the playoffs, and that is kind of the one last Air Jordan 13 I'm looking to get. I already got, I think, the Royals somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken. I got the class of 2012. Man, I really like this one. This one was dope. And of course, you know, if you're an Air Jordan 13 collector, you know, you gotta have the flits, right? So I already have a series of 13s. This definitely was in my top 3 in terms of the 13s to collect, but this was literally my number one shoe. My number one shoe, Jordan 13 playoff, that I wanted on the Miltnificent channel. But your boy Miltnificent, man, comment below. Let me know what you think about the early look of the Air Jordan 13 playoff. Again, slated to release February 18th, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken, in most select stores. I am out for now, but let's do that on feet so you can see this bad boy look so good. Whew. From head to toe. Your boy Miltnificent, man, I am out. You guys, stay blessed. It's your boy Miltnificent and Firebox teaming up because we would like to give you guys 10% off any Firebox merchandise. All you have to do is click the link in the description below, use code MillyMilt, and you're on your way. I am out. You guys, stay blessed.